Hello, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Tanya, Vol, Kazi, Cello, Asamiya, Count, Hung In. What is up? Thank you again to those who hung out at the towards the end of the stream last night as we went into the music history / analysis / composition stuff. I really enjoy doing that and sharing it with people. So I'm also glad I got to share more than just... I feel like whenever I do that stuff, it's really easy to get stuck in this trap, but that trap being to reference Bach instead of... I feel like his music is so good at being the example of so many different things. But I wonder if it gives the impression that he's the only composer I like. Especially when it comes to composers whose music I don't get to play, because they just essentially didn't write anything. People like Mozart and Beethoven, when actually I love both of them. So I should maybe try to do that. But usually when I bring up the composers and stuff, it's not on purpose. So it's like, it's an example of something. And again, Bach seems to, man, it's so easy to make connections with his music. Maybe I'll have to make a concerted effort to be like, is there someone else who will be able to do just as good of a job, whose music will be able to do just as good of a job as being an example of a concept we're talking about? Yeah, also that question of the day, that was something that was brought up in a podcast I was listening to. The, I don't know, potential answers or things to think about are like, and obviously there's a whole ton of factors, but there are things like, do you actually make an encounter with them? Do you study them from afar? Do you do absolutely nothing and just leave them be? Do you attack them and destroy them before they potentially destroy you? Do you try to just greet them and try to befriend them? Those are the types of things, at least that I was thinking. Hardcore germs? That is, or else there's a good reason to think that could definitely be the case. That even happens just on our planet. Yeah, I put on new strings 4 days ago. Oh man, I didn't get to warm up at all. I've been super busy all day. Oh man. Alright, let's just play some music on the guitar. So that was Lagrima by Francisco Tarrega, which often gets played and learned along with this piece, Adelita. They're relatively speaking, relatively easy for the most part. Again, relative to the rest of the guitar repertoire. Hello Drac, just passing by, have a nice stream. Thank you for stopping in and saying hey. Actually, so the first one wasn't enough. The second one was too much. Thought of a few things as I was playing that, totally unrelated, but are related to something I was doing earlier today, and I want to write them down before I forget. These are sort of important. Just give me 1 second. Typing with one hand is hard. Okay, one more. All right. Just didn't want to forget. I most certainly would have forgotten. And thanks for the claps, Kazi. This is also Taraga, but just a little study of his that reminds me. It's like I feel like it's the younger cousin of Romanza. Dude, note-taking is super important, at least for me, someone who just can't organize certain types of things in my brain, and I need to make lists and take notes. I'll just forget. So that, compared to this, Romanza, romance, or Spanish romance, they have a similar feel to me. Something about them feels similar. Whoops, let's not do that. It's Yaki. Yaki, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. How was your stream? How are you doing? Also, thanks for the claps. That's the... I'm trying to fight against the urge to play on the tip of my finger here because it's just not necessary. And you can just get back on track here. You could do like... and everything's fine again. So strange. One of the other pieces that sort of thing happens that I have to is here. I just have to kind of tell myself it's okay to do that, and then readjust later, because it's hard when you spend a bunch of time on learning certain habits, learning something else, and then you try to implement back in at a very specific proper time that old bad habit. This one has a couple, because this one also has a purposeful hyper flexing of this joint, which you, by default, typically you want to avoid. But here it's actually beneficial. Unlearning is harder than learning. Yeah, that's why I am so adamant about learning the fundamentals. I was just about to say, even if it makes you worse when you're first doing it, but it should make you worse when you're first doing it. You're doing something that you're less used to, that you're not used to, that you've started to build up habits that work for you initially, and so now you're going to try something different. Like, you're going to be worse, at least in the beginning, but... So that piece I'm talking about is La Catedral by Agustin Barrios. It's 3 movements. This is the first one. I'll play the first 2, because the third one needs a lot of work and I haven't looked at it in forever. I don't know if some of you remember, but there was a time when I almost had it down. I almost had the third movement down, and then it became too much to keep up, and I haven't looked at it in forever. Can't stay much longer. That's okay. Hey, what's up, Zen? All right, take care, Kazi. Thank you for being here. Yo, dude, JC, what is up? What's up with you? I'm chilling right now. It may have to be a shorter stream too. I got a bunch of stuff I need to do. We'll see what happens. Who knows? Maybe the stream will be 6.5 hours. Who knows? You never know. It's been a minute. It has. Do you remember the last time you were here? I'm trying to remember. We could click on your name and check, but that's not fun. That's not fun. That's like looking at the answer book. A year ago? Man. Well, hopefully things have been... Hopefully you've been well. I feel like that's often the case when someone's been away from Twitch. Okay. I want to try this again, not just because of this part. If I could do that every time, that would be amazing. That was actually perfect. It didn't even need an adjustment. I'm gonna focus on something else. I read finish. I'm about to finish high school. About to finish high school. Started a TikTok with 250 plus followers. Nice. And got a girlfriend all that time. Let's go. Okay, see? Seems like good things. Good things. That's typically what happens. For whatever reason. When people aren't on Twitch. claps, Tanya. I do want to. Here's one of the Valses Poéticos by Enrique Granados. Trying to remember how to use Twitch on. It seems like you're doing it, picking it back up. Alt Elf Cat, hello. How are you doing today? Richie, what's up? Thanks for the hearts. Speaking of something simple, yeah, these are very. These Valses Poéticos are very nice and simple. Good. That's good. Hello, type delete. What is up? This is gonna be a couple. Be glitching? Wait, in what ways? Thank Thank you for the 52-month resub. That is a whole lot of months. I appreciate the support for, jeez, over 4 years. Yeah, well, Twitch being strange is nothing new, unfortunately. I tried to fight it. I tried. Man. I tried. Yeah, definitely not from the musician's point of view. I guess it depends on. I guess it would be up to each person. Hello, Wolfric. How are you doing today? I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. I'm sure it has happened a million times, but I've never seen someone sneeze in the middle of playing. Yeah, I mean, there's gotta be a Bore in E minor. Not right now. Can stop hiccups immediately by controlling his diaphragm. I'm not sure. I don't know about the. I have never found I've never found consistent anti-sneezing techniques personally, but. The ornaments, yeah, I feel like they're the only. There's very few spots where I really feel like I'm not forcing ornaments when I play Bach. And I feel like when I do them, they're not. I don't know. They're not very ornament-like. And I feel like they're. I don't do it on purpose, but they're kind of subtle, and they're sort of like not extravagant, and what's the word actually that not gaudy, maybe it's just like not over the top, like so here, so it's just and then I have to do it in context because that's the whole thing. So instead of just I could imagine maybe going something like that, or no, but even that's starting to feel more like a sort of like typical ornament. Hey Gooby, what's up? What have you been up to? To so I actually have a violin. I never use it because I don't know how to play it. Pizza time. Gonna relax with some Schnapp tunes. All right, I will try to provide the most relaxing pizza tunes I can. Here, the actual music, because this is for violin. This is for solo violin. The actual notes are this. It goes. What I did is I switched what's up, Bomb Buggy? It is definitely a whole beast to learn, yeah. Just getting a sound four notes at a time. Yep. This is note for note. This is photocopied from uh, the violin music. Two, 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 three, three. There's a number of notes at a time. Three, 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 three. So it'd be like. How about I just do this for a second instead of attempting to do a violin with my mouth. BWV 1002. Oops. I like how it comes up on guitar before it comes up violin, but that's all right. Dude, the Netherlands Bach Society is so clutch. So good. Okay, yeah, this is the whole partita. Okay, so I played the Sarabande. Ready? So if you notice, it's not, well, they're doing it like what would have been like historical pitch, like what it would have sounded then. Cheap Asian, how are you doing? Enjoy the lurk. Jeez. I'm trying to transpose it. Oh, okay, so he goes. Oh, it's so hard to do it. Like, it's changing. That's again a type of ornamentation that's it feels like more something that I'm into. Where it didn't sound like, if you do this and you're not familiar with the piece, it kind of just sounds like what the melody could be. Like, it doesn't even sound like it's ornament. It just sounds like a slightly altered melody. Instead of is what he's doing. Yeah, older instruments, I feel like there was more put into those types of aesthetics. He's doing is not actually in the. This is what I'm focusing on. This chord. I need to grab the violin. I've been meaning to do this, but I just always forget. I never think about it. These are the notes that are written. And on the face of it, there's nothing wrong with it. But the notes are actually spread out. These pairs of notes are spread out really far. Like there's a really big gap between these notes. Whereas this, the other chords are, the voices are sort of more evenly distributed. They also move, the voice leading is smoother. This is perhaps where Vol would suggest a diagram, but I don't know. This one I'd actually want to show the notes, but what I thought when I looked at this was that if you just take these two notes and you swap them, your chord becomes this. And there's actually now it does this. Oh, sorry. Whereas the voice leading before was this. Which is, in a certain sense, and a very academic or technical sense, not correct. The flat seventh of this chord, E7, is not going down by step, which it should. It should go. Instead, it's doing this. But I thought if we switch them, we get this line instead of. It becomes. And instead of. I don't know if it's like it's not the biggest deal at all, but it seems like in terms of voice leading and voice leading and the voicing of the chord, it'd be better to have it be B, E, D, G sharp. The thing is, I have a feeling that's not possible. Or if it is, it's very difficult on the violin. I think he's using open strings partially because that's partly how he's making so many of these chords possible. He's super aware of the physical nature, what's idiomatic to the instrument. And at times, it can actually make some stuff arguably easier on the violin than on guitar, like in the chaconne where one of the chords is actually this. But on the violin, I'm pretty sure two of those notes are open strings. And so you only play these Fs, and the D and the A are open strings. But on the guitar, none of those are open. So if it's a matter of playability, I feel like maybe if he had the option, I feel like he might have actually just done this. Whoops. And change those two notes. So I wanted to check. I feel like I have a strong case for that. But I can play the two options. Yeah, they're not. Again, it's a little difficult to even in. So here's just in isolation. This is the one he wrote. This is the other one. Whoops. Here's what he wrote. Here's the one with typically speaking, better voice leading. As opposed to. But it's really difficult to even hear anyway. I just remember playing it one time and it just kind of caught my ears, like feeling somewhat jarring out of nowhere here. It just, something about it just seemed strange, and then I looked at it and it looked weird too, to just see two notes like this and then two notes like this, and the other chords are like this. Then it's like, I was like, what? And then it's hard to say because he doesn't necessarily follow rules. It's hard to say whether he meant to do that on purpose, but something about it seems weird. It seems strange for a lot of reasons, but you can never know for sure. Yeah. I stumbled across a video about Un Día de Noviembre by Leo Brouwer. And one of the things he talks about is how rhythm is not important in this piece. Which I think makes sense just by the nature of it. But it was interesting to hear then, because that's the living composer, so there you do know. You actually do get to. Did he say what? I can't remember the exact reason. If I do this. Curious to hear all the stuff he says, because it's more than just.
Un Día de Noviembre is a film by one of the three main directors in Cuban films, Humberto Solás, who was the leader of this film. The film of the same name as the music I wrote.
What's interesting what's interesting there is that it doesn't do this. That's what happens in the music. What happened there, if you notice, it did. curious to hear what happens after, because that's very
There
different.
was a man who's going to die, which is dramatic. And the man who's going to die thinks about himself, about what he did, about what he was supposed to do in a future which is not existing anymore.
¿Y entonces por qué me hablas tanto de la muerte?
No sé.
¿Se te ocurrió ahora?
And I think there's a magic, should be a moment of magic in every single music. At least a moment, a couple of notes, one chord, one sonority. And this is not, if you try to produce it, it doesn't work. But if there is intuition in the way music flows, there's a moment in which you can try to produce this magic. And I think this is very important. Un Día de Noviembre was separated from the film, and I did a very well-known traditional background. I choose a kind of Alberti bass, which is
We
for
talked about this
people
last
that
night.
doesn't know.
The Alberti bass was the
Musical traditions, the Alberti bass was the typical way of Mozart to accompany his themes.
That's it. We literally looked. Did we watch this video specifically?
The theme is the Un Día de Noviembre I'm talking about. Is very standard. It could be a very, very cliche for a pop song. So what I use was to clean out the harmony using anti-romantic effects. The background is quite clean, and I am avoiding the banality of many of the standard chords in the modern film music. The major seventh added hundreds of banalities.
He's saying he tried to make it so that it wasn't cliche, and to just avoid overused things.
And because great amount of music in film, because this banality is recognized by general public as something nice, and the abuse of something nice becomes banality. That's why I'm talking about this character, which I hate. I don't think it's interesting to repeat all the cliches.
So you say, just to sum it, because this video is kind of long. This goes back to something Vol, you and I talked about earlier today. We're actually kind of disagree with him in a certain sense, because I feel like if it works, it works, and I wouldn't think that my goal as a composer would be to write the most interesting music possible. It's like, how can I enhance the film as much as possible? And so
music that has some popular or folklore
what's up, Wolfius?
or traditional flavor. The
Where's the part?
minor keys are sad, and major keys of the truth is in.
He's saying it's not as simple that it's not necessarily that minor keys are sad and major keys are happy.
So sometimes I avoid standard, and then I use, well, not sometimes, I think,
Where's the
it's not
rhythm
major
thing?
or minor Lydian, which is very useful for making interesting scale patterns in the music. My music is a little bit non-standard because I don't care about melodies.
I'd like to learn this sonata at one point.
So it's supposed to be that melody is the queen of music, and then the other aspects, harmony, tensions, dramaturgia, pulsation or rhythm, popularly called rhythm, and so are
Yeah, I would
serving
focus on like the
the
impact
melody,
of
or
like,
helping the melody to be continuously.
it's funny because I was watching these masterclass things with Hans Zimmer, and he said the exact opposite, where he was like, my job isn't to write a great symphony when I'm writing music for the movies. My job is to make the movie better. And I kind of tend to go with that
throne
thing.
of the king.
If you can do both, that's special, but to avoid something that,
The inspiration is just a lot.
there?
It's obvious.
He says he doesn't like when
Other
films do that sort of thing, so that the music went along with what you're actually seeing on the screen. Who cares?
The image is so dramatic that music should not reflect this drama. It's better
Where's the rhythm thing?
period of time not to hear, to check what I did. With the music, this is like a kind of is born. His rights, efficiency.
Whatever. I must have skipped over. It wasn't important. I can't remember. I feel like it was the smallest little bit of the thing. But if someone wants to go through the whole thing and find it, you can. But yeah. I mean, I feel like it's kind of obvious. If that's rhythmically accurate. This is not rhythmically accurate, but No, he did say that. The thing is, I do agree with him that like that the rhythm. It's not. Although it's not that I'm playing the rhythms wrong. I'm just like taking a lot of freedom with it. Especially at the end, I feel like I mentioned this when we talked about By Candlelight, where instead of going when. Which is the exact rhythm. Um, if you almost separate it. That like exaggerated separation reminds me of the final time around through here. So it's just once, and it's just once, but I feel like it kind of makes it's something, and it like makes a difference, but because it wouldn't be the whole time, because that would just be like that. I don't know. That'd be pretty wild. That'd be like too heavy. Because that would be like this. Because think about how many times this happens. If you did that every time. It's just like, wow, what are you doing? It's not special anymore. That's just how you're playing. It's like, that's a little. Yeah, it becomes annoying. It loses its meaning and it loses its significance because it's just what you're doing every time. If you make a dramatic pause between every word you speak, the pauses aren't dramatic anymore. You're now just speaking slowly. You just made it so your pace of speech slowed down. You will not do that. But if I go, you will not do that. It's like, why are you talking so slow? What is wrong with you? Are you out of breath? Like, what do you... Those aren't dramatic pauses anymore. Between... Yeah, it's... It reminds me of my over-the-top, purposefully bad one particular type of Australian accent. Right? Which I'll only do if Type Delete gives me permission. Savinius, welcome in. Okay, so the upward inflection thing that you hear to Dean to hear that. So if I were to say, so that you won't do that, then you will not listen to that if you don't. It's that. As opposed to just doing it in certain places. There's something very, I can't explain it, but there's something really, like, satisfying about it. That was just what I was talking about. Why don't you take off your glasses? Okay. This is Julia Florida by Barrios, the same person who did this. Wait, did I say goodnight, Tanya? I don't know if I did. What's up, Freckled Farmer? Thanks for the claps. Maybe we can do some reading. So essentially new music. I did this one last time, but Soldier's March by Robert Schumann. Why not? Something about the harmonic rhythm feels, the like harmonic phrasing feels weird. The phrases feel strange to me. By the way, hi, what's up, Elfin? Freebird, but on acoustic guitar? No Freebird here. No Freebird here. Whoops, that's not the program. Dorian dance. Ooh, I don't know about all this. Yeah, no thanks. Estudio a la cubana. Deny. C sharp, yeah. It's gotta be, yeah. knew I shouldn't have done that. Get out of here. Yeah. What's the sound I feel like he is actually looking for? Something maybe closer to that, but man, I can't stand these. Oh, I can't stand it. What's up, Nad? Oh my god, it's stupid. And anytime I see one of these like contemporary pieces like that, I'm just like, Jesus. I'd rather play something for Baroque guitar, if anything. I didn't change the tuning. Yo, what's up, Photon? How are you doing? So this was a really popular piece. It may sound kind of familiar to some people. So this is Gaspar Sanz, who was a Spanish Baroque guitarist and composer. Oh, come on, flip the page. Lady Leighton's Almond. By the one and only John Dowland. Wait. We have this, but this is under a different title. Every nodes to its second creates different nodes? What happened? Wait, what? I'm a little confused. Also, I just went to turn this page. Giuseppe Brescianello. Brescianello? 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 I have a feeling it's Giuseppe Antonio Brescianello. Okay, so this is Italian Baroque music. It's a gavotte. It says it's from a partita, so it looks like the third movement of a larger work. Some node multiple times does improve the character. I'm not sure I know what you mean by node. Or note? I'm sorry. I'm missing. I think I'm missing something. Oh, this looks like a jig from the same suite, which probably ended it, or the same partita, I should say. those Baroque things can be fun to do sometimes. Because I was just reading, I wasn't sure what to expect, but it wasn't they can just be, they can be fun. I don't know. I think it's maybe the best way to put it. Thanks for the claps. Okay, this is an Alman by Robert Johnson. So this is late English Renaissance, early Baroque. I'm just looking at Oh, that was feeling very Baroque. Oh, geez. That, I mean, that's just like, if you just played me that, I don't know, I would have never guessed anything in the Renaissance. But again, this is like really late Renaissance, if anything. But it's late 1500s, early 1600s. The dampened sound. Was I doing it on purpose? If I that would make if I went like. Yo, Daniel, what's up? How have you been? Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. We were just we were reading through some well, music I've never looked at before. This one was kind of fun. This is some English. Again, we were talking about it's on the border of the Renaissance into the Baroque era. You guys familiar with Robert Johnson? Also, if anyone's curious as to what it looks like, Vol, thank you for giving that sub to Daniel. Also, Lurkaroo, Bill, Goodall, Paytoto was taken. So I'm assuming potato was taken. Welcome in, and Daniel, thank you again for the for bringing everyone over. Mariko, what's up? Thanks for the claps. Maybe I should do this whenever I'm doing the reading stuff. It looks like this. Okay, this is Enriquez de Valderrabano. Is this Spanish Renaissance? Do we need to bring out the lute? By lute, I mean alternately tuned guitar with capo. You know what's more fun than sight reading? Sight reading with a different tuning. No, was it? No. So let's try this again. Marvin. How are you doing? Oh, and then we have Giuliani. Oh, look at that passing back and forth. This guy's a regular Mozart. Yeah. Rare Dark Ninja. I'm glad you like the way it sounds. Welcome in, Amrita Devi, maybe? Amrita Devi? I'm assuming that's how it's split up. Also, hello chat. Hello Travis. Hola Fer. ¿Cómo estás? You like to call and respond? Yeah, again, this is another fun, it's just Vol, thank you for gifting that sub to Travis. It doesn't look too hard to learn. Yeah, it's don't be scared by the 16th notes, by the ink on the page. JC, I'm glad you were able to make it by the stream. I'm glad to hear that the reason you were away was for it was for good reasons. Not like, oh, it was a good reason why you had an excuse not to be here, but things are going well, so. And whenever you want to stop by, you know where to find us. Also, for those who are wondering, I've never read these pieces before, so I'm just gonna. Oh, it does want to hear. I'm not sure I'm gonna enjoy this one as much as the last one, but whatever. Oh. Yo, Rare Dark Ninja, thank you for the subscription, especially so soon after finding the stream. Thank you for the support. And Travis, thank you for the 100 sight reading bits. I knew this was, so I'm reading this part right here and I'm going, and I'm like, man, this really should be broken up, like, and then I got to the next line and it was like, oh, it's literally what he does. Although I would have expected it to be, the chords to be on the downbeat. Also, Mikado Arashi, welcome in. Like that, instead of... Hey, goedenavond. Goedenavond. Edja, what's up? And Peachy Bird, thank you for the 300 bits. And Vol, thank you for giving a sub to Edja. Edja, how have you been? We haven't seen you in a bit. Oh, more Giuliani of a different nature. This is what it was supposed to be. I didn't even look at the key signature. I saw the fingerings there, and I automatically assumed that this was referring to an F sharp, but it should actually be this. Did it want me to go? Doesn't matter. Vol, thank you for gifting a sub to Kitsune. I was like, I didn't even see them here. Also, Admiral Flap Flap. Sky. Oh, you want Skyrim Bard? Oh, we got Skyrim Bard. Oh, we can make it. We can make it more Skyrimmy. Let's see how Skyrimmy we can get. That's right. That's the adjective I'm using. Dude. Where's the one I'm thinking of? Dude. This is taking entirely too long. Bro. Alright, Skyrim time. Alright, Alt Elf Cat, take care. Brian, how are you doing today? Let's see, what else is Skyrimmy? Where's some Skyrimmy stuff? Maybe this Alman, this Francis Cutting, this is English Renaissance. So was that last one. I don't think this is as Skyrimmy. Bonsoir. Bonsoir, Lily. Everybody eat, drink, and be merry. But you can only drink big mugs of beer that's constantly foaming over. And you have to, the only thing you can eat is like humongous turkey legs. You're drinking coffee. That's not tavern enough. You got Banyas. Yeah, Lily got timed out for 1 minute and 55 seconds by Hungin. But I think you'd agree with Hungin's decision. I agree with it. She said that, what did you say, Forrest Gump was the worst movie you've ever seen? Did you say it was just terrible, or is that it was the worst movie you've ever seen? Cold brew. Oh, that does have the word brew in it. I'll allow it. I'll allow it, Cello. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. You're in the tavern. Let's see, some more. This other one I've been trying to do is kind of turkey leg-ish, sort of tavernish. Got some aspects of turkey leg to it. Just watched the movie Kimmy. I've never... Turkey leg, that's right, that's right. It's sort of Skyrim-y, little turkey leg-ish. This is definitely not in a tavern. I'm still gonna play it though. I'm not getting. I can't taste the turkey leg. This is not going the best. Hold on. Oh, that's why. Also, again, the other one, there's also this. To play. It honestly just depends on what I'm feeling, the vibe I'm going for. When I get the notes right and everything and it all comes together, I like playing pieces by Bach. But yeah, it just depends. Sometimes my right hand's feeling really good and stuff that has like really repetitive patterns, maybe something like... It can just feel really good. I see you guys are talking about cold brew. Cold brew are amazing, but typically you have to pay. It's like, will probably be per volume the most expensive thing on the menu because it's not very efficient to make. Like Cello mentioned, it takes a long time. It's really slow. Also, thanks for the claps. Savinius, thank you for the subscription. The resub for 2 months. And then Delirious Dolan, welcome back. It was nice to see you. And thank you again for the subscription yesterday. Okay, let's try the Entrée de lutte. De lutte. This is just getting into the beginning of the Baroque in France. Johann Caspar Merz. Might as well do this too. This is all totally in the music. What? Oh. Et bonsoir à toi, Wahaha. UFO line Daffy, UFO line Daffy, lined UFO, UFO line, UFO Daffy. Hello, welcome in. Also, Koala, what's up? No connection error. Okay, cool. You can hear the Viennese waltz. Yeah, this is. And this. All this song I've played, it depends. I've read through some music that's from like the 1400s. If we do, which I haven't done in forever, did these variations on Folias de España, which is take care, Eja. It was nice to be able to see you, even if it was for just a little bit. But yeah, hopefully be able to find some more time. Again, we'll be here. What's up, Panic? What are you thinking? What would you do if you... Sir, we found alien life on another planet. Do we engage? But yeah, Flap, Admiral. A lot of this stuff, so things where we known dates of composition and stuff like that, like it's played a lot of all this stuff right here. This is all from before the 1600s. This is like this chunk is the 100 year. This is like all 16th century music right here. Tangy, what's up? Ooh, I like the sneaky. Thank you for the 1.5 years of sub support. What is up? There's so many implications. It hurts. Yeah. I heard it in a podcast. Some people were talking about it. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I don't know what I do. It also, obviously, it depends on so many details. There's so many factors involved that would, I would hope, change someone's, how they'd approach it. But I figured we could just ask it. Oh, we did this before. This is that rondo. You can bring to life the past through music. That's partly what I try to do, and I feel like the farther back I go, the more we're able to time travel. And I don't mean the obvious, like, we're going back farther. I mean, the more I feel like it feels like we're time traveling in that sense. Whereas if I play something from the early 2000s, it's like, oh, I feel like, this is so foreign to me. It tends to not feel like that. Or even from the early 20th century. But as we start to go back more and more, it's, the transportation process feels stronger. So Soar, as you can see, I think you can see right up in the corner, that this is late 1700s, early 1800s. So, you know, how far, we can maybe do like a little test, and this is totally subjective by its very nature. It's like, how much does it feel like this is gonna transport you? So we could do this. I'll move the cursor because it's... Didn't mean to leave the cursor up. Right, you guys can see the cursor, right? I can't. 1 second. Right? Yeah. My screen for this is really small. Okay, so there's that. And then there's this, which is going to be from farther back. No, not Paganini. The thing that's in front of me. Also, thank you for the claps. That was music by a Spanish composer, but believe it or not. Believe it or not. This is also a Spanish composer, but now we're going back. This is going to be about 250 years older than what was just played. So at least for me, these types of things, I don't know, there's something more magical. I can tell how much this one, this question resonated with Panic. But we go back to the Fermi paradox, right? So full on discussion. Oh, that's why I have the questions of the day. That's kind of the hope with all of them, but they almost never quite turn out that way. But from my amateur understanding, it seems like there's not a new take on the Fermi paradox, but it's becoming from the people who seem to be studying this stuff, because it's a thing you can study. But like, Claire, thank you for the 54-month resub. What's that smirk for? Or are you just like the Backstreet Boys? Thank you for the resub. Yeah, definitely check out Claire if you don't know who she is. Especially if you like cats. It's a statistical impossibility. Yeah, people are starting to have clearer ideas, almost mathematically, of how advanced and how likely certain levels of advanced civilizations are going to be, like that are going to exist, and where we kind of rank in comparison. Oh man, I just want to do more of the Beethoven stuff. I just want to do more Beethoven stuff. You're just like the Backstreet. Not you're just like that. I meant unless you just like that. You just so happen to like. Bonsoir, Fofi. Makes me happy. I try. Part of what makes me happy is going to be what makes at least some other people happy. You don't want me to just do what makes me happy. That's... The reason I said all it took was me doing this, and it reminded me of it. There, for those who weren't there last night, we went on a bit of a musical journey from the Renaissance to. We ended in the Romantic era. We ended with Beethoven, with. But the part I'm talking about is actually the second movement. Which who here is familiar? Who here is familiar with this? Who here is familiar with what I just played? Why did that have to happen? Why did this thing have to swing open? It scared the shit out of me. Jesus. I don't know if it was as loud in your ears as it was in mine, but that just like made my brain explode. What was I gonna say? Jesus Christ. It actually shot a wave of like heat through my body. Jesus Christ. No, it's not okay. What I meant to do was, for one, I didn't mean for any sound to come out, but I was gonna go, who's familiar with this? Although I don't think it's it. So that's the first movement. I think everyone knows this. Yeah, that's the first movement of Beethoven's Symphony No. 5, right? And the other one is the other one that people are going to typically know from Beethoven. Which also this may be a hot take in the classical music world. Anyone else who's done this? Has anybody here heard all of Beethoven's symphonies in their entirety? I feel like I can appreciate all of them, but some of them are maybe not the most special things in the world. But I don't know. That's just me. I'm not trying to hate on Beethoven, but just, okay. Then there's also this. Oh man, which actually that you've been not blown away by two. Yeah, it's like I feel like the ones that are popular are kind of popular for a reason. The fifth one, the ninth, which part of that can go on a. Yeah, everyone's heard this whether they know it or not. Also, it's a shame. I feel like a lot of times you hear it in student books. Like, you're just learning and it's like, oh, this is a song I know, it's the most annoying song to put in a book because whenever the student learns Ode to Joy, they're never familiar with they've never been introduced to dotted rhythms. So it's like invariably, well, they'll do it in C. Instead of, and that can mess things up, but it maybe be something like. But one of the, I mean, he does a whole bunch of stuff with it, but one of the ways he It's so nice, but the second movement of Beethoven's Fifth Symphony had something that we looked at yesterday, and it's super nice. also. That's what this is. Okay, not what I meant to press. Okay, this is from the second movement, and it is one of the most beautiful things, the most shoulder-raising, one of the most shoulder-raising pieces. Just... Okay, so we hear it like that a bunch of times. Well, a bunch of times, I think like twice. But then it comes back, oh god, what are the chances I'm gonna be able to find... what are the chances I'm gonna be able to find this? Oh my god, it's so loud. Wait, am I already into the third one? Guys, who knows where the, I think I passed it. Where is it? I can't, right? You know, it's not... Okay, so it's obviously before... Oh, here it is. Now, out of context, it's not the greatest thing, like... Because it's like this triumph... Okay, so... Oh no, we missed. Oh, it's in. It goes through the. Which I was gonna bring up yesterday too, but it was getting to be way too late. It was like past midnight. But it reminds me of part of Brahms' Third Symphony, the third movement, does that like kind of to the extreme. because it does this. Well, it, I wish I had said 1 second. But doing this in this sort of thing, I was just like, oh. Chopin Nocturne type of guy. I'm down with Chopin Nocturne stuff. That's, I mean, it's like partially the opposite vibe in a sort of simplified sense, but if you were to authentic as possible, I don't know. Just pick up Chopin's recording. I was just being dumb. Thanks for the claps. Also, Kaya, what's up? You don't like aliens, they scare you? What if they're cute, nice aliens? Anna, am I invoking an early Christmas? I guess parts of that did sound Christmassy. Oh, that's human. Is it really? What are you? How are these? What recordings are this expensive? Lizyeki. I can't remember how the actual song goes. Something I can't even remember. Take care. All right, Koala. Thanks for being here. I'm not sure how much longer I'm gonna go. It's been almost 3.5 hours. I'm getting hungry again. I have a ton of stuff to do. Like, a ton of stuff to do. So maybe I should end it a little early, but. Lots of lurkers, yeah. Hi, Seta. Thank you for all the hearts, and not just for me. I have to imagine that the other people who I feel like the more people there are, the more it's sort of nice to be a part of the spamming stuff. Imagine one person just one or two people just spamming hearts. I feel like it's not quite the same. And it's a way to show support to the other people around and to me too. That's free. Amy and Jack, what's up? All right, it's an easy way to get banned. Although, also, if you are able to help out, subscribing, cheering, donating, anything like that, that is also another important form of support. So if anyone's able to sub, I don't know, maybe you have Amazon Prime, in which case you have Twitch Prime. Yeah, see, Fair knows what's up. I'm looking for someone to raid, by the way. Maybe we could do this. We can raid New Baroque, who's a violinist. I'll be back Wednesday. You're welcome, Fair. Thank you for being here. Thank you everyone who hung out today, who's chatting, lurking, modding, subbing, cheering, rating. You're welcome, Bomb Buggy. I will be back on Wednesday at 6. Wait. Did the stream schedule thing, I forgot to like reset it. I feel like it doesn't automatically reset when daylight savings time changes. I need to when it goes back to, well, not standard time. So I think I may need to change that. I certainly need to change it in the commands. Let me make a note to do that. I'll forget. What's up? What's up, Sheriff? Hello. Hi and bye. But yeah, thank you all for being here. Hopefully I will see you Monday. In the meantime, let us say hey to New Baroque. I will see you all later.